And they walk in and there's like wild orange fondue. And there's like lavender all over and like vases of oranges, right? Like all the essential oils, just like diffusers, and it's wafting through the air. And like everything's perfect, it's perfectly vacuumed. You also would, I literally walked into one class where somebody had different cakes that he had made and 4 different sets of fondue with like all the oils. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not booking any classes today. I totally screwed up. I didn't prep him well. This is what happens when somebody comes to a class and it's so done up, and then you ask them, would you like to host a class like this? What do they think that they have to do? That. And they're like, no. It takes 38 seconds to set up a class. I might recommend you doing that with your own team. Putting it in a box and just saying, time me. Look how easy and duplicatable. When people call me and say, so do you need to come over like half an hour earlier? I'm like, I don't know if you want to chat, but it takes me like 38 seconds to set it up. They're like, oh really? I'm like, yeah, it's super easy. Our goal is to be duplicatable, okay? Now, there's a few things that I do recommend for these classes, and right at the Marriott, right across the street, Oil Life set up for you, for all of you that flew in, okay? They have these things there. Number 1, stickers. You need stickers to put on vials, period. You need vials. Sample vials, you have to have in this specific class. So there's vials there, there's stickers there. Let me tell you why I like the Essential Life. There is the Essential Life book, okay? We just need 20 minutes at the end of the class to keep people's attention for us to go around and close people. I need 20 minutes at the end of the class. I need a book that will keep their attention for 20 minutes until I get to the last person. Are you clear?
Yes.
This book is kind of like eye candy for women. It's like Pinterest. A to Z guides, 5 minutes max. If you're in a country or have a team in a country that they don't have the Essential Life book, you do the very best you can, but literally it buys you 5 minutes max, and then they're bored and they're done, and then they'll leave and they'll be like, hey, if you're not done with signing everybody up, they're like, hey, just call me. And it's so much harder when they leave. A lot of the other books feel a little bit more like dictionaries, right? But this is so fun. It's such a great, great book. And so this book just holds your attention more. So you need these books, and I like to have 8 copies for every single person. We invite 10, about 8 show up, and you just put right on their class copy. They're lighter, so they're not as heavy to take. And I just get the little ones, and I put 8 of them in there. I do get A to Z guides, because if people come in, if they have lost their A to Z guide, they can take them home. Vials and keychains. You've got to have keychains for this class, because we're going to book classes off of classes, okay? This is what I recommend. Oil Life is across the street at the Marriott, and Marriott, right? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
And they have this whole packet right now for you, so you can check them out right after this, and they'll be there for the next several days. Okay, let's move on. I can move on. Okay. I recommend to have classes in a distraction-free environment. So if you can, sometimes you just can't, right? But not a lot of kids or pets running around. Your class presentation is going to be 45 minutes long. 45 minutes. If you keep rambling and talking, guess what you've done? You've blown the time, the magical time that you have to close, and then the time that you have to help them want to become builders and sharers. That's what you've done. You decided that you talking more and trying to be an expert is more important than duplicating them becoming builders and sharers. This is basically how it goes. The welcome and intention is 1 minute. Your story is about 2. 3 cool things about oils is about 10 minutes. 3 ways to use oils is 10 minutes. Product experience from attendees, we call that testimonials, is 10. Transition is 5 to wholesale. And transition to the business, are you scared about that one? That won't be scary, don't worry. 2 minutes. Your most powerful experience, this is your biggest testimonial, comes at the end, is 5. Help people enroll, schedule classes, get them signed up for wellness consults, that's 15 to 20 minutes, and then after the class, you have a basic business intro every single time. It's a total of an hour and 25 minutes. So if you tell somebody it's about an hour and a half, this is what they've signed up for. They will stay for the entire thing, even the basic business intro. Most of them will. Okay? Now, let's really quickly hear from Haley Hobson. We have a video from Haley Hobson. Let's hear from her for a second.
Hey friends, I wish I could be with you right now. I'm sorry I'm not there in person, but I just wanted to pop in here and say hello and let you know that this sampling invite, RSVP, get butts in seats protocol that Allyse is teaching is working massively for everyone that has been experiencing it. So I want you to think about it like this. You can either invite somebody to a class who's never experienced the oils, they come, they hear about it the first time, and then you're chasing them down forever, trying to see if they're ready to purchase their first kit, which feels awkward, kind of gross, scummy, and weird. Or you can give people an essential oil and experience, get them super excited about the results that they are feeling in their body, whether it be physically or emotionally. And by the time they get to class, they are so friggin' excited, they are ready to make their purchase. We all know it takes about 8, I'm gonna say on the low side, maybe closer to 12 to 20 touches for people to come on board with anything they're buying, not just essential oils. So if we can give them those touches through the sampling, through the follow-up with the sampling, through the follow-up again, finding an oil that works for them, being patient, explaining to them how to use their oils, and then finally getting them to the class. The class is the end of the funnel, not the beginning anymore, my friends. And this product, this company was built on a sampling model. So sample, 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 build, 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 nurture relationships, get them to do a class, get them where they're excited, and then all of a sudden the result is so much different. And what I have seen is literally like an 80 to 100% enroll rate when this new model, which used to be our old model, is actually followed, versus a 0% show up rate and a 0 to 10% enroll rate when the model wasn't followed. So happy sampling, happy listening to your 50-day mentor calls again, happy everything. You guys are gonna rock it.
Okay, so as I was listening to that, I'm like, this really doesn't go with the class. Oh well. All right. I should have showed that for sampling. We'll remember that next time. So let's talk really quickly about your presentation. This is gonna be how it works for the next several hours. I want you to take about 90 seconds to find a totally different partner, someone you didn't have before, okay? And someone that you didn't know before. You can spread out all over the room if you want, okay? You got 90 seconds, find somebody. They're gonna be your partner for the next 2 or 3 hours. Raise your hand, Diamond Dashers, make sure that everyone's got a partner in your group.